Hello, my name is Jonathan Intege and I'm from Twekobe. I'm going to take you through lesson one of the Twekobe Academy, and we want you guys to follow this whole academy program. My colleagues will be able to release lesson two and lesson three, but for today's lesson, it's just the introduction. We would like to take you through what real estate is in Uganda. We want to take you the types of real estates. I want to take you through the key players, how the entire real estate industry works. We want to help you define your role as agents. What's the role of an agent in this market, and how do the agents make money? Because ideally, I think this is why most of you guys are here. If I define what real estate is, real estate will encompass everything from building properties, leasing them, selling properties, the management of these properties, and the properties will include houses, they will include arcades, they will include malls, they will include land. It's real estate is actually a very very wide and very broad industry, and I think many of you can testify to this. The real estate industry is one of the fastest growing industries in Uganda. This is self-evident with the amount of new buildings that are being put up every time, and these buildings all encompass what real estate is in Uganda, and we can promise you that we are in a very big industry that is looking to grow. With real estate, we can define it as there are commercial properties and residential. When it comes to the commercial properties, these are properties that range from malls, from arcades, and to these normal shops that you will find next to you, near your home, or anything like that. Um, so when it comes to the residential properties, these are the properties for rent, the properties where people stay, where people sleep, and these properties may include they are just houses. Some of them are called duplexes. Some of them are actually apartments. There are some which are studios, and it's always when someone needs a place to stay, they stay in the residential properties. For many people that work, they mainly work in the commercial properties because this is where you can rent shops, you can rent saloons, and things like that. So, who are the key players when it comes to real estate? The key players can be grouped into three. They are the landlords. We can call them the developers. The landlords are mainly people who put up properties for rent. The much smaller properties where you pay your rent of 300,000, 400, 500, 600,000. And then the developers are mainly the big players. These are people who build properties of millions of dollars. They build condominiums. They build properties where people can buy. They can buy properties like the Jomais, the Upright Estates, and people that fall within that category. Other players in this industry are the tenants or the buyers. The tenants are basically people who rent these properties, and these are mainly the people that as a real estate agent, these are mainly the people that you're going to be looking for. They can also be buyers. These are the people who just buy these properties, the properties for sale. Someone has put up his house and selling it at 100 million. If you buy it, you're a buyer. Then we can also give a shout out to the constructors. These constructors are people who build these properties. They're mainly hired by the landlords or developers to build these properties. So we want to take you how does the real estate industry works, because we know most of you are doing this for your first time. The real estate works now whereby the landlord or the developer builds the property. These are people they buy the land, they get the architectural plan from KCC or any other body, they put it up. When they put it up, they will need tenants. This is where the agents come in. The role of the agents is connect the landlords or developers with the tenants stroke the buyers. So most landlords in most cases will not bother looking for tenants. After putting up the property, they hand it over to the agents. Now it's the role of the agent to get them the tenants or the buyers. And that just brings us to the point of the agents. What are the role of the agents? And a typical agent will wake up in the morning, look around this area. You can be an agent in various areas. Adam is an agent. Is an agent in Kisasi, in Bokoto, in Ntinda, in Nigeria, in Kira. The role of this agent is to get a day. He goes around Kisasi, goes around Bokoto, goes around Ntinda, and is able to get properties for rent or for sale. So most of these agents post these properties anywhere on different platforms so they can be able to meet the buyers or the tenants. In lessons that are going to come after this, we are going to teach you more about the role of the agents and how to get these properties. So many of you are really interested in how the agents make money. How the agents make money is that there is a tour fee for anyone to view a property, for anyone to view a piece of land, whether for rent or for sale. Agents always pay the tour fee. The tour fee is basically compensating the agent's time. It's not easy to wake up in the morning and go and look for properties for rent. So an agent would like to be compensated for doing that. And this tour fee is paid by someone who wants to view the house or someone who wants to view the plot of land. Whether they like it or not, he has to pay that tour fee. Now, for Twekobe as a company, for properties below 700,000, an agent typically earns 30,000 as a tour fee. For the properties between 700,000 to 1 million, an agent typically earns 50,000. And then for the properties above 1 million, an agent gets 100,000 as his tour fee. But this is not all. Ideally, very many people can view one house. You can have a house, and 3 people or 4 people can come to see it. And every time that person comes, whether they like the house or not, you still get your money. Because ideally, these people wouldn't want to walk around their neighborhoods to look for properties for rent. So they entrust you, the agent, to look for those properties for them. And as a result of that, you have to get paid either way. But the agents also make money from the commission from the landlords or the homeowners. If I post a property of 500,000 on Twekobe, how the industry works is that when someone is moving into a property for the first time, they have to pay 3 months upfront. These 3 months are what gives the landlord or the developer security that you can pay for this place. So ideally, 500,000, a property of, let me say I put a property of 2 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms, and someone pays 3 months, it's going to be 1.5 million. Now, how the industry works typically is that an agent will earn between 8% to 10% of such a transaction. This 8 to 10% is usually, it's negotiable between the landlord and the broker. But every landlord in this industry understands, and every landlord knows this is the market standard. You bring me a client, you bring me a tenant, I pay you. Because ideally, most landlords don't like to go around looking for tenants. So they have to pay you for bringing them someone who's going to rent their property. So if a property is 500,000 and someone pays 3 months, that's going to be 1.5 million. Now, typically, an agent will make between 8% to 10% of that transaction. And that means you're going to be looking at around 100,000 to 150,000. Now, for us, what to do is that what we want to tell our agent is that when an agent takes around people, for example, if an agent takes around people like 15 people in a month or 20 people in a month, and this always goes back down to how many properties you have as an agent. If you have very many properties, very many people are going to want to see those properties, and these people will keep on coming. It doesn't matter if someone has viewed the house already. If they didn't like it, another person will come and see it, and it might fit their taste. So if an agent takes around 20 people in a month, which is very possible depending on how many properties you have, and he's taking on properties around 700,000, that agent will probably earn around 600,000 in just tour fees. If the agent is able to settle in around 2 people or 3 people in a month, if let me say the agent earns 100,000 of such a transaction, 3 more people, that's around 300,000. So when you add up the tour fees and the commission from the landlords, it's very possible an agent to earn 1 million or even more than 1 million. Because at the end of the day, it goes back down to how active you are. You put up the properties for rent, you're serious about this job, you put up very many properties, you put up 10, 20, 30 properties, the more people are going to come to view your properties. Once people come to view your properties, you're going to get paid. Once people move in, you're going to get paid. So the more properties you can put on our platform, the more people you can take around to see those properties, and the more people that can be able to move in, you get a very good chance of people moving into those properties. Thank you for listening to me and watching me. I really hope that this lesson one has been helpful and has been insightful. If you have any question, as soon as we post the video, you can be able to watch the video. You send feedback to us. You ask any question that you want, and my colleagues will be able to take you through lesson 2 and lesson 3, which will help you guys understand the market even more. Thank you.